We can no longer ignore the truth. And the truth is very simple. Weakness has taken root in our entire world. People used to be strong, used to be proud, used to do things for their family. Family was everything. Nowadays, family are broke. People don't care about each other. There's no friendship. In fact, 9 out of 10 times, people will gouge one of their eyes so they can see you blind. Of course, that is a figure of speech. But you tell me whether or not you have any faith left in humanity. What path do we have left? Well, let's see what path we do not have. And perhaps we can, by process of elimination, we can see what path we have left. The system is not struggling. The system is dying. We have blackouts going on because of heat waves. In wintertime, we get blackouts because ice storms where never before we're seeing. So the system that we rely on is not reliable anymore. So make sure that you have your backups. Otherwise, you're either going to freeze to death or you're going to suffocate. Neither of them are going to be good. If you rely on government because you say, well, the government will provide in case of a crisis, you know, continuity of government takes priority over everything. Yes, that is true. You ain't worth a crap. What government wants is continuity. You are nothing. So if you don't look after yourself, tough cookie. Folks still chase the illusion that things will get magically fixed. That because we voted, everything's gonna get fixed. That is not the case. That is not the case, and because we voted one way, I have seen a significant number of folks saying, I don't have to prepare no more. Everything will be fine. And now they went back to entertainment. They went back to, you know, what's the headlines going on. Oh my God, this and that. They fell back to sleep after they woke up for a little bit. How many people you know that they actually woke up during COVID and they are now back to sleep? So they continue to leave the illusion that everything will be fine. Guys, it's not going to be the case. It is not. Nothing is fine at all. Well, here's what makes it worse. If you see that things are not getting any better, if you see, that doesn't mean that you're crazy. It means that you are already awake, that you have woken up, that you are now realizing that there is a problem. In order for you to fix a problem, the first thing that you need to understand is that you need to admit that there is a problem. And people don't want to admit it. Because if they admit that there is a problem, they also have to admit that they contribute to that problem. And people will never admit that. Never, never, never. So, I will say this to y'all. The only path that we really got left is being self-reliant and being resilient. This is not going to be a smooth sailing ride. Never before in my entire life I have been so uncertain of how things are going to move. One day we are shaking hands. The next day we are bombing. One day we're saying we have a deal. The next day, I hate you. This is a true bipolar administration. I have not had a good night's sleep. I'm just gonna put it that way. And I would like to hear from y'all, because I cannot be the only one. Unfortunately, I had to prepare for the worst, because the only path forward that I see is us as individuals being more self-reliant and being more resilient by taking control of our lives and not leaving it to somebody else to come and save us. And I know this path is not for everyone. Not everyone wants to walk this road. Not everyone wants to have clarity and deal with some discomfort. Not everyone wants to be responsible for their own lives. Not everyone wants to be independent. However, I have to warn everybody, unless you're self-reliant and unless you are resilient, I don't see a path forward for you. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like always, rock on, rip on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an adult to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.